Hey everybody, welcome back to the Media-Ocre podcast. I am your host for today's episode, Jared Branson, and with me is my beautiful co-host, Cody Wood. How are we doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? I know it's been a hot minute for us to
Yeah, since
talk.
since last time we recorded, it actually has been a while. With the holidays and both of us were sick, like pretty bad.
Mm,
Uh,
it's true.
and yeah, I'm in college now. I'm on campus. Classes haven't started yet. I literally just moved in yesterday, and
Nice.
it's good. This will be like my fifth semester, but I changed majors like halfway through, so I'm not as far
Okay.
into my
Yeah.
degree as I normally would be.
Mm, mm.
Um, but it's good to be back. I'm with a roommate that I had previously, and I've only met one of my other roommates, and he seems pretty cool. So things are looking up.
Yeah, definitely.
What's new with you? How was the holidays and everything?
The holidays were great. Spending it with family and stuff like that.
Good deal.
My wife, Kayla, she'll be starting school soon too.
Nice.
I think next week. Yeah.
Cool.
So she'll be starting school soon as well. So I'll just be the full time husband working. So
Mm.
which is pretty dope.
Yeah, you just like my sister and brother-in-law. They did that where my sister was working full time while my brother-in-law was doing school.
That's good.
That was just
No,
after they were married. Yeah.
yeah, it's a pretty good dynamic. That's what my brother and my sister in law are doing. Um, she's working and he's full time student,
Mm.
working part time,
Good deal.
and so works pretty good. So we're gonna try it out.
Yeah. I mean, you can definitely make it work. It can be tough, but
Yeah.
I mean, you'll figure it out. I don't think much has been new with me. I mean, like I said, I'm
Mm.
back in college. Back in the I guess the dating game, if you could say that, and I don't know if I could, but maybe you would. And I think that a lot of people, now that they're getting back from winter break, whether you're in like high school or whether you're in college or anything else, you're getting back into school. And
Yeah.
I think that Cody and I, we wanted to be able to make an episode for our female audience, which is maybe one person. And
Out of the views I've seen, it's probably maybe even just like a half person.
like 0.5 viewers.
Yeah.
We wanted to be able to make this for our female and our gay audience. And we got right here how to know if a guy likes you. So,
You know, I personally have always wondered if there was always like a guy that liked me.
do you know how much of a confidence boost that would have been for me? If like
Oh yeah.
if a guy came up to me and said like I think you're really cute, like I'd be riding on that high for at least a week.
Oh, for sure. Me too. Like that'd be the biggest confidence point.
Huge.
But and not only just 1 point, like it's like 50 right there.
Dude, yeah, that's like 50 confidence points.
50
Holy
confidence
crap.
points, you know. Bidding.
It's it's hard to figure out men. I mean, we're so complicated. It's
I think we're complicated, but we're also very simple.
I mean, it doesn't take much, I think, for
No, it doesn't
us.
take much to make us happy.
No, and it doesn't take much, I think, for a guy to start liking a girl either.
That's also true.
If you like compliment them,
Literally just be a female.
dude, yeah, and like you're halfway
And even
there.
that can be negotiable.
That can
Like,
be, yeah. I mean, like, that's not even. That's I don't even need that.
that's even optional. It's not a
Yeah.
requirement.
Yeah, it's I don't think we're that hard to figure out personally, but maybe we are. We got this article here reviewed by John Keegan, dating coach,
My boy.
our man, and
Our man.
holy crap, this has 25 million views.
No, really.
Yeah, I guess there's
Holy crap.
a lot of people who are really curious about how to know if a guy likes them.
Yeah.
Um, 82% of readers found this article helpful, and had 326 co-authors.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Let's read this summarization actually. Curious if your crush is crushing back? Have you been hanging out with a guy and wondering, does he like me? We're here to help you figure it out. Read for all the signs a guy likes you. Well, read on for all the signs a guy likes you, from his body language and the way he talks to the way he texts you and treats you. We've even got advice on how to find out from his friends, ask him directly, and drop hints about your own feelings. All right, well, good deal.
I've always wondered.
Well, I mean, as two guys, I think we're at least slightly qualified to be able to give some sort of insight on this.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's hop in. So, all right, step one: watching his body language and behavior. So see if he makes eye contact with you when you're around. If you notice the guy looking you in the eyes, try and meet his gaze with a smile, and hold it for a few seconds. If he doesn't look away, he might be interested in you, especially if he smiles back. Keep in mind that this can just be him acknowledging you, or he may be in the habit of looking everyone in the eye. On the other hand, some guys are really shy when they like someone, so he may actually make eye contact less often if he's really into you. Yeah, okay. I mean, it seems like pretty basic. Like, he might look at you, he might not.
Might not. Either way, he might like you.
Either way, he might like you. So that's a really good informative step one. I feel like we've made zero progress.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, I don't have really anything to say about that, if I'm being real.
I think so personally, how I work. I don't. If you're talking to me, I will make eye contact with you. But when I'm talking, I won't look at you most of the time.
My eyes kind of like dart around the room. But
I will say it was really when me and my wife, when we were starting to figure out liking each other and then starting dating, like it was hard not to keep my eyes off her.
That's cute.
But that's just my personal experience. I don't know how all guys work, but personally for me, it was very difficult.
I will say that. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty similar on all that. Like, I maintain pretty good eye contact when someone's talking to me, but my eyes kind of dart around when I'm doing the talking. And if in times in the past when I have liked someone, I typically just look at them. Like, I'm not too. Maybe if I see them looking at me, I'm like, like I start looking around the room. Yeah, like I'm doing something else. But
if I notice it, I'd be like, "What are you looking at?
What are you looking at?"
Yeah, I purposely deepen my voice.
Yeah, but yeah, okay. Step one. Step two: pay attention to whether he smiles around you. When you like someone, you can't help but smile when they're near. If the guy you're around always lights up as soon as he sees you, it could mean that he has a crush on you. Also, he could just smile at you because you're friends, so be careful not to jump to conclusions. There's always there's a really good chance, but also it probably could also just not be. I mean, that's the hard part about dating and crushes, right? It's you can interpret whatever you want as a sign that they're into you. And
no, it's very true. I think very true on the guy's case. It's hard. It's very hard for us to read signs. The thing is, I don't know. Call me closed-minded or not really knowing too much on I guess about this. Personally, for me, I think when a guy. I do think when a guy's trying to have a female friend, the end goal is to try to be in a relationship with them. But I don't speak for all guys. but I tend to focus, if I, at least from my experience, is like if I'm going, um, I think it's possible that men and women can be friends on like a general basis, right?
Mm.
But like it's a little difficult for men, or just in the situation in general. I think just one or the other persons will end up catching feelings
Uh, it
eventually
can
at some
happen.
point.
Yeah.
Whether or not those feelings actually make something happen, like regardless if it does or
Sure.
not, I think at some point, um, feelings are caught.
Mm. I will say, I mean, I think that you can just like platonically be in, friends with,
Mm-hmm.
if you're a guy, you can platonically be friends with a girl and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
I think girls have an easier time doing it. That's just my understanding. I could be totally wrong, but it's definitely possible. Like I have a few friends of mine who, before they were in relationships, I only saw them as a friend.
Yeah,
And I mean, obviously, now that they're in relationships, still feel that way. But I do understand that it's not like that for everyone,
mm-hmm.
and it's also just it's kind of hard to do. I'd say if you it's easy for you to catch feelings for someone. Like for me, it's kind of hard for me to like develop I guess a crush on someone.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but if it does happen, I don't know. It can be hard to try and switch things back and be
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, like I'm still just gonna be friends with them. It can be hard.
For sure.
I've
I
been through
think
that.
it really depends on like the person,
Yeah,
you know.
just that whole like experience, like what your experience is, and like how
Mm-hmm.
easily you develop feelings for people.
Mm-hmm.
Before we move on to step 3, I totally forgot to ask, what are we drinking today?
Oh, frick. Well, earlier I was drinking um, a soda
Mm.
drink from Fizz.
Oh yeah.
But I completely finished that like long time ago. So now it's just good old water.
I am having water with fruit punch flavoring, so
Hey, there you go.
yeah, don't even worry about it, man.
Hey, you gotta treat yourself to the flavoring. You know, if
Yeah,
you can. You know,
I'm into the store
if
today and got some.
if you're not too poor. You know.
Yeah, I also saw that they had Baja Blast Mountain Dew at the store, and I just had to get some.
Yeah.
I think I heard that they're like having that in stores like year round instead of
Hmm.
just like during the summer or whatever. So
Really.
that's exciting
Okay.
for
That would
Baja
be.
Blast addicts such as myself.
Oh, for sure. I like Baja Blast. I like it better. I know that usually people get it from like Taco Bell or something like that, right?
Mm, right.
I personally like it better when it comes in the can.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the like 9 times out of 10, the best drink I ever have of soda is from a can. Like not from
Hmm.
a fountain or from a bottle, but from the can.
Yeah, I think it preserves it better.
Oh, the flavoring.
I think like the flavoring and like also like the carbonation as well.
That's definitely possible. I mean, I do know that like water has no expiration date, but you throw it in a bottle and it does because the plastic
Yeah.
messes with it. So that could be part of it. I don't
Hmm.
know. Step 3: watch whether he mirrors your behavior. If you're
Sorry,
talking,
real quick.
what?
I just thought it was funny. It was like we're talking about how guys like you, and we just go off on a side tangent about Baja Blast.
They were like, anyway, like just draws
It's
back
just
in.
like it's just like it's just like seriously, it does not take a lot to make a guy happy. We
No,
will
I
talk
mean, give
about.
us a Baja Blast, and you're already, you're that's the other half.
Shoot, we're ready to marry you.
Yeah, right here, right now.
Right here, right now.
Got this engagement ring just for such an occasion. Step 3:
But
oh,
yeah, keep going.
watch whether he mirrors your behavior. If you're talking to a guy or hanging out with him as part of a group, you might notice that whenever you touch your face or your hair, he does the same thing. Subconsciously mirroring someone else's behavior is a sign that you're attracted to them. So that could be a good clue that he's into you. To try this out, try repeating a small movement, like brushing your hair off your forehead or straightening the hem of the shirt, then watch whether he does the same thing. I think that's like it like shows that like he's paying attention to you or like he's looking at you.
Yeah.
That could also be part of like, oh, they're straightening out their shirt. Crap, like, do I need to straighten out mine? I know that one of the ways, and maybe it's in this article, but like I've heard like, oh, if you think someone's into you, try and yawn and then see if he yawns. That way, like, you kind of know if he was looking at you. I feel like it's like that sort of thing. Like, oh, like
I've kind of heard of that before, but I feel like it's I've heard it in a different context. Is that just by like human nature, we're able to mimic people.
Sure.
And so if someone does something, like let's say for yawning, like if you yawn in front of someone, they're likely to yawn back.
Mm-hmm. But that's only like if like my roommates in the other room, if they're yawning, I'm not gonna yawn because I didn't see them. But if they were in here and they yawned, I probably would. You
would probably yawn in like response.
Right. So
like I feel like we can say that like maybe they're doing it because they like you, but also remember like it's just in human psychology that we like to mimic each other. And so
that should be the bullet point under here that basically says, but like he could also just be doing those things in general.
Yeah. I try to like think back to me and my wife were dating. I really don't know. I don't feel like we've mimicked each other, or more or less, I guess I didn't really mimic her. I don't know. I mean, I can ask her right now, but
did you ever copy me?
Did you ever copy me? Copier?
Stop copying me.
Yeah, stop copying me. Revert back to like second grade you.
Yeah. Dude, as a parent, I definitely saw that stuff. Like, stop copying me. And I'm like, what are we in second grade? Oh wait,
we are.
Oh wait a minute, yeah.
Oh, my wife was talking. What'd you say? Okay. I don't know if you could hear that, but she said like she picked up more of my mannerisms, but not exactly like copied me.
Oh, okay. I do know that like being around other people can change like your mannerisms or like the way you laugh or like things you say. Like my good friends Owen and Julia, like Julia like says some of the things that like Owen always says, and it's funny, and like vice versa. It's funny because like
force,
yeah, like that or crap. Nothing's coming to mind right now. If I'm being real.
Show me your dogs.
Show me your dogs, please. Yeah. Wait, did Owen say that?
I don't know if Owen's ever said that before,
okay.
But I know that you've showed me the like the video outtakes of you guys playing Overwatch or not Overwatch, Valorant.
Yeah, she is very funny, very funny.
No, I need to play games with y'all.
I think
at some point
they're actually playing Valorant right now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I was like, I got a podcast to record, but after I eat, then maybe I'll play with them.
Yeah, you're just, or you just get online with them, like in a voice chat. You're just like, anything you got to say for the podcast? And she just yells out, "Show me your dogs."
She would do that. Okay, step 4: observe whether his body and feet are angled towards you. Without realizing it, we tend to lean towards people we like, and we lean away from people we don't like. When you're talking to the guy in question, Watch whether he turns his body towards you or away from you. You can also watch whether his feet are pointing towards you, which can be another sign that he's interested. I have heard that, like, if you're going on a date with a girl and, like, you're, like, in the car with her and, like, let's say you're driving, if, like, her knees are pointed towards you, then, like, that's a good sign. But, like, if her knees are not pointed towards you, that's not a good sign. But, like, that could also just be BS. Like, I don't know. I'm not the dating expert. Jeff
every
or
part in this freaking article has to have that bullet point. But I don't know. It could be BS.
That's like the thing that you say at the end of, like, whenever you're giving advice to anybody ever. Like,
yeah.
You don't want this this life-altering decision to be, like, in your hands, so you just finish with, like, but I don't know, though.
But I don't know.
That way, they can't pin the blame on you.
I've always, that's definitely true. I've always said that to people. Of like, I'll give them, I even do that to my coworkers at work because they make horrible life decisions and then they talk to me about it for some reason. And because I guess I'm trustworthy.
I guess.
But they talk to me and then I'll give them, like, probably, like, the best advice they've ever heard in their freaking life. And then I'll end with, but I don't know, it's just, it's your life. You can do what you want.
That's just what I think.
But, what do I know?
They're like, you're a genius. You're an artist.
Yeah, it's like Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Like, like, you're a genius. You're an artist. And I'm like, no, it's just common sense.
It's just basic sense. It's just common sense.
I said that one time to my coworker, and she said, now I feel dumb.
Oh, and then they, like, bring you over to somebody else and you give them advice, and they're like, tight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a lot of good decisions. We're gonna make a lot of good decisions together.
Me and you, man. We're just like Breaking Bad, but we're fixing good.
Oh yeah, fixing bad.
Breaking good.
I'm actually now noticing I think all these pictures are the same two people. Normally in the articles they'll have, like, pictures of just different people, like, it changes every time, but with this one it's the same
the same people.
One.
It's the progression.
Yeah, it's we're witnessing, each step.
Yeah. He's growing up, or she's growing up, I guess.
Well, she's becoming more knowledgeable because she's following along with the article, with the WikiHow article. Yeah. Step 5: ask yourself whether he seems nervous or awkward when you're around. Sometimes guys can get a little bashful when they like someone. If you notice that a guy blushes, stammers, or gets quiet when you come around, he might have a crush on you, although he could just be naturally shy. If you notice a guy doing this and you like him too, try giving him a little smile or a touch on the arm to reassure him. It may set him at ease. Just give him, like, one of, like, the little slaps on the arm.
Yeah, like how you doing, pal?
Hit him on the way up.
Yeah, or be like, you're like a brother to me.
That'll make him feel really good.
Yeah, that'll make him feel really attracted to you.
Have you seen Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just always think of, like, the play in, like, season 3 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
When the Katara actor just goes, "You're like a brother to me," and the actor's like, "I wouldn't have it any other way," and he's just like,
yeah, you're just, oh,
what?
Yeah,
it's
like a major bra moment for Aang.
Oh yeah, for sure. But, like, I mean, yeah, this advice is just, like, common sense. I feel like, yeah, I mean, like if
I don't know, like, personally for me, like, I love, again, it says he could, he just could be shy, like,
that's,
but, like, I'm just like, well, like, then what's the answer?
I feel like every single time they do that, it's their version of, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, though. It's your life.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he has a crush on you, maybe he doesn't.
Maybe he doesn't. What do I know? I'm just a dating coach.
Just with, like, 360 co-authors.
Yeah. Before 25 million views on this one article.
Yeah, like 80-something% of people found it helpful, so I guess I guess the dating coach knows something we don't.
I know for like the one part that we read about like leaning towards the other person or their body motion facing towards the person that they like.
Yeah.
Um, I do not know that for sure because I did that a lot. When dating my wife at the time.
Mm.
But and staying quiet, but staying quiet at first and then learning more confidence wise, spending more time with them. Then now I can't shut up, and my wife agrees. So
you're just like explaining like God of War lore, and you're just like,
oh no, I tell my wife a lot about like God of War and like Elder Scrolls, like Skyrim stuff.
Yeah, and she's like, babe, can I just go to sleep?
Yeah,
can we pick
she's
this
like,
up
it's
again
3 a.m.
tomorrow? Have you played God of War?
I've played the 2018 one.
Have you played Ragnarok?
I haven't played Ragnarok yet.
I'm like 3 hours into it. I need to get back into it with the DLC. Having just recently came out, but 2018 one was awesome.
No, it was really good. Really good.
And Ragnarok is so far like the beginning has been like incredible, like so hype.
Yeah, no, my my little brother keeps nagging me about. He's like, when are you gonna play God of War? When are you gonna play Red Dead? You know, because he has these games, and he's like, I literally have given you permission to use my PS5 anytime that you want, and you don't play them.
That okay. You definitely don't really have much of an excuse then.
And I don't have I really don't, but now I do because I just bought a new game on Steam, and I've been playing that.
What do you get
for the past couple days? It's called Lords of the Fallen.
That does sound vaguely familiar.
It's kind of like a Dark Souls-esque type of game.
Okay.
But it's been a game both me and my younger brother have been wanting to get.
Okay.
For the PC version, I got it on sale for 30% off.
Nice.
So which was pretty good. So I only spent like a little over $40 for it. But for console, it's like almost $80.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like it's a pretty hefty game. So that's why my brother hasn't gotten it yet. But he has been playing a lot of God of War lately.
It's a good game.
And he really likes it. Because I know he played. I think he played because I got the 2018 God of War. And then I left for mission. So he played it while I was gone, and then he got the new one.
Okay. Yeah, it was funny because I got Ragnarok and a PS5 for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, I haven't even played the 2018 one. So I got it and
there you go.
Beat it, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And I've only played the first few hours of Ragnarok, and it's been so cool. I really do need to finish it. We're getting sidetracked here. You guys don't care about our personal interests. You're here for the WikiHow article.
Video games, and you care about if a guy likes you.
Yeah, you care about it. You know.
I know I do.
Yeah, same. Like I'm still waiting for one gay guy to say I look cute.
Yeah, dude, major confidence.
Are you waiting for that to happen?
I'm still waiting for that to happen for me too.
You ready?
Wait.
You look so cute. It's step 6.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Of course, man. Of course.
Hey, dude, you look really cute too tonight.
I'm still waiting. All right. Step 6. Watch whether he finds excuses to touch you. Okay. If a guy is always ready with a hug, you know, like the you know, like the Drake the Type of Guy memes.
No.
Is like Drake the type of guy to float in the air when he smells pie. Or Drake the type of guy to close drawers with his hips. Drake the type of guy to...
I think I've seen a couple of those.
Yeah, like Drake the type of guy to start smack talking someone, and then they appear behind him, and then he says, "He's right behind me, isn't he?" like that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
I just got like that vibe of like he's always ready for a hug. Like Drake the type of guy to always be ready for a hug.
It's true. He does seem like the type of guy.
Embarrassing. If a guy is always ready with the hug, he frequently touches you on your arm or shoulder, or he looks for reasons he can be physically close to you. He might like you. However, he might just be a touchy person, so pay close attention to whether he acts like that with other people. If you're the only one, he probably has a crush. If a guy ever makes you feel uncomfortable by touching you or pressing close to you, firmly tell him to stop and step away from him. Don't worry about hurting his feelings. If he's a decent guy, he'll apologize and avoid doing it in the future. If he continues, stay away from him. Good point.
He's the one when he hugs you and then he says, "I'm not harassing you."
Just in case you're wondering,
this
isn't harassment.
This is...
Yeah.
He doesn't like whisper in your ear. He yells it.
This is not harassment.
Yeah, as he's hugging you. Just like, this is not harassment.
Let me be crystal.
Yeah, let me be crystal clear with you.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely know some people who are like more touchy, but I feel like this one's definitely easier to figure out because someone like pointing themselves towards you or someone looking at you is harder to get like a decent judge on if a guy likes you than if he touches you more than other people. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
To like touch your shoulder or like sit closer to you than he would another person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that. That's a pretty decent one, I'd say.
No, I definitely agree. But hey, he just could be a touchy person. Hey,
about what do I know?
What do I know?
I'm just a dating coach. All right, we're on to method 2, getting to know him better. Pay attention to whether he's always willing to hang out with you.
Hang on, sorry. Yeah. Why is this so low on the list? Are you telling me you guys haven't gotten known to?
So method 1 was watching his body language and behavior.
Okay.
So method 2 is getting to know him better.
Okay.
If the guy in question is always there for you when you need him and always down to spend time together, he might have a crush on you. Ask yourself whether he's willing to cancel plans with other friends if you need him, or if he tries to make time for you even when it's inconvenient. This could also be the sign of someone who's just a really great friend. Either way, if you like him, enjoy the time together. His true feelings will come out eventually. Unless the true feelings are already out. And yeah. See, that's the thing, man. Like, a lot of girls are just bros. And
it's true.
That's what makes it easy to just platonically be friends with a girl as a guy. Like, they're just one of the bros. You're like, oh, okay, like, you're just one of the dudes, Yeah. Like that.
She's over here like, I think he likes me, and then you dap her up and like give her like one of the you hold your hands close and you like fold into a hug. Just yeah, you do one of those.
Yeah, I mean,
and then she's like, I think he likes me.
He dapped me up, called me one of the bros,
like me.
And he flirts with his bros all the time. I think I'm next.
I think I'm next. He told me, you're like a brother to me.
And he flirts with all of his bros, so this is a good sign. And all of her girlfriends are just like...
They're like, what the freak?
No. Yeah.
I think I'm next.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Step 2.
I can't wait.
Check whether he's following you on social media. If you notice that... Okay, listen, I'm just going to skip this one. Freaking, it's just going to be like, if he likes your photos, like a lot of your photos, he probably likes you. But he also could just be liking your photos because So
because
it's
they're
whatever.
just like photos. They're just like decent photos, and he's just like, oh yeah, that looks
just
good.
scrolling on Instagram or whatever. I feel like
Yeah,
that's
yeah. Or third option, he could be a creep.
that too. All right,
but I don't know.
but what do I know? Yeah.
What do I know?
We're just gonna move on to step 3.
Yeah.
Watch to see if he texts you out of the blue. If a guy texts you for no reason, it's a sure sign that you're on his mind, and it might mean that he has feelings for you. He might also look for excuses to text you, like asking you about a homework assignment that he seemed to understand in class. Try not to text the guy too often. That way he'll have a chance to be the one who That way he'll have a chance to be the one who texts you first. If you and the guy are good friends, he might just want to talk. Remember, you're looking for clues that all add up to a big picture. But what do I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely stuff with like homework. I feel is just such like a all right, big guy. Yeah, let's study together. You need help.
Yeah. Your homework.
Yeah, I know you don't do crap in class.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, I know you're failing chemistry.
I know you're failing chemistry. And we're in
and
week
also
8,
the chemistry between us.
Yeah, you're failing the chemistry. More ways than one. I like.
I'm gonna be honest
with this one.
Yeah,
because like it was saying with the like, oh, like I need help with homework, like that sort of thing. That's okay, but I
would have been like, sucks to suck, dumb.
Looks like you're on your own, bud. It's due tonight in 20 minutes. So figure it out. You
better get crack-a-lackin'.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm finding that a lot of these are just looking crazy into stuff. Like, oh, like if he breathes around you, that means he wants to share the same air with you. So he might like you. But like also he could just be breathing but like for himself and like not wanting to steal the same air that you're breathing. And so,
he's just that considerate.
Yeah, like keep that in mind too. We're all looking for clues that add up to the big picture. Like,
yeah. But what do I know?
What do I know?
Hey, I know, I'll be honest.
Yeah. But actually,
I'll be honest. I text my wife a lot.
Wow.
Even still to this day.
I think you like her, dude.
You think? Think she likes me?
I think she likes you, dude. I'm also noticing that for method 2 on getting to know him better, it's like a different couple.
Okay.
That's cool.
We're seeing like it's like finally being like more broad scope. He's just like, these are also the other 25 million people that's helping with. Here's the here's the other ones.
Step 4. Pay attention to whether he opens up to you over time. As you get to know the guy better, he might start to reveal personal details about his life and past. If he's comfortable being emotionally vulnerable with you, it's a good sign that he feels close to you, and it may mean he has deeper feelings for you as well. For instance, he may tell you about the problems he's having with his parents or siblings, or he may talk about a difficult past relationship. Also, check if he makes an effort to get to know you better.
No, that's hard 100% true.
I mean, that's just friendship to begin with. Like, you're gonna open up to people over time the more you spend with them. Some people, it's kind of just like that. Like, for me, I hate small talk and conversations that feel insincere. And so I kind of just jump to like more personal stuff quicker than other people would, because that's the stuff that's interesting to me. And I'm comfortable enough to share. And I normally share what I feel on something before I ever expect others to give an answer on what they feel. But I mean, that is just like friendship in general. I mean, it could also be a sign that they're into you.
They're into you. He might like you, but he could be just a good guy.
He could just be your friend. who's looking for some support
Mm.
or just someone
Fair.
to talk to.
Yeah. That's big. That's but I do. I really do think that's like just even if guys, even if it's easier for us, like for us to be able to share pretty quickly.
Mm.
Excuse me. Of like personal matters. I do still think that like if they do it, they it's because we trust you and we find interest in you.
Yes. What that interest might be could vary, but
Could
like
vary.
I feel like when a guy opens up to a girl though, it does
Mhm.
show that like a different level of trust.
Yep. No.
Because
For sure.
because guys between guys and I'm sure girls between girls, like it's much easier.
Mhm.
But like if you have like an actual like good relationship with someone of the opposite gender, then it does make it easier. Or sorry,
Mhm.
that like that does.
Nope. You got it.
Give me a second. If they're opening up to somebody of the opposite sex, then that's like a good sign. Like, oh wow, like he trusts me. Like we're becoming closer friends.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Step 5. Watch whether he gives you gifts or does things for you. Guys often express their feelings through actions rather than their words. If he gives you a little gift just because, or he's looking for reasons to help you with things, it could be a sign that he wants a closer friendship with you. For instance, if you mention being cold and he offers you a sweater, he might just be chivalrous, but he also may be feeling protective over you because he cares about you. I'll be real, I do that like coat thing for everyone just because
Yeah.
I don't get as cold as other people do normally. And so like if I'm wearing a jacket and someone else is freezing, I'm like, here you go. It could just be like anyone.
Yeah.
But this I do think this is a pretty decent point. Like if they're finding like
Yeah.
excuses to hang out, like excuses to like come over for like a few minutes or something. Like
Mhm.
I think that is a pretty decent sign.
I will say I don't know if it's. I mean, I think both, but it's definitely the last one. The do things for you, um, is a big one, because that was legit like what I did,
Hmm.
um, with my wife. We weren't dating at the time. This is like right before. Um, but her family was moving, and so I was helping them move. Is because like, um, because both I wanted to help, but I also want to kind of like show I'm a decent person to our parents.
Yeah, like show that like you can be helpful and
Hmm.
that you can be thoughtful and like, oh, like you guys need help, I can help.
Yeah.
That's definitely something that not only a partner, someone wants in a partner, but
Mm.
that like that person's parents want in like
Mm.
a son-in-law or a
Yeah, for
daughter-in-law.
sure.
So that's textbook right there. Let's give it up for Cody. Congratulations. That's amazing.
Hey, hold your plot. I'm just a guy.
I'm just like everyone else. I'm human.
I'm just like everyone. I put my pants on one leg at a time. Okay,
I still feel pain and stuff.
occasionally, pretty often actually.
Oh wow. Oh, okay. I can already
Ooh.
tell. This is a big one. Number 6. See whether he teases or compliments you. Guys often generally tease the person they like, but they also give compliments. However, some guys tease all their friends, while others are generous with compliments, so pay attention to how he treats other people to see if the way he acts around you is different. If you're the only person he does it to, it's a good sign he's into you. For instance, if you dress up for work, he might say, "You look nice," when you walk up. On the other hand, he might say something like, "Well, are you trying to get a promotion or something? Trying to whore yourself?"
Comedy,
Yeah.
comedy gold right there.
Yeah. Warning. Oh, we got a disclaimer.
Ooh.
If a guy teases you in a way that makes you grin and blush, that's cute. However, it's not okay if he puts you down or makes you feel bad about yourself. If that
For sure.
happens, it's not the kind of guy that you want to get into a relationship with. That is important to mention.
No, very, very important. I tease my wife a lot nowadays.
Yeah.
But that's because I can.
It's because
but,
I'm a dog, and like,
because I got that dog in me. No, it's but I will say it's like no, I think that's very true because that's what I did, when I was first starting to like my wife. I was starting to have feelings for her. I was like, the very first thing I did was I somewhat expressed that in a way. I gave her a compliment one day. Just, I made it a point, like that was my my trajectory, and that was my goal for that day, to make sure I did that. And so,
yeah, for me, I mean, like, I tease people all the time, and
tease the bros all the time. I'm like, dude, you look really scrumptious, my Pookie Bear.
Oh my gosh, like it's, for me, it's I mean, I tease people all the time, and I sometimes have to be clear with people that, like, I do it because I love them. And if I didn't like you, if I didn't like spending time with you, if I didn't want to be your friend, I just wouldn't talk to you. But because I do, and you're fun to be around, I make fun of you, I roast you, I poke the bear. Sometimes it makes for a good friendship, and I think that can also make for a good romantic relationship, because at the end of the day, you're friends, right?
Yeah.
And friends tease each other, but you also pick each other up when they're feeling down, and you compliment them, and you're genuine with them. You don't just compliment them because you feel like you have to make a quota or make them feel better. Like, genuinely compliment them. And there's a different balance for each relationship. For some people, they just don't care for the compliments like as much and love teasing, and that works for them. And some people, it's the other way around. It's finding that balance, but also being clear that if the teasing like goes too far and you aren't comfortable with it, to make that clear.
Yeah,
that is important.
For sure. No, I completely 100% agree.
Of course, I'm right.
You're always right, dude.
Always. Method 3, finding out for sure. Okay. Step 1. Ask your friends what he says about you when you're not around. If your friends spend time around the guy in question, see if they'll help you figure out how he really friends. See if they'll help you figure out how he really friends. Interesting. For instance, you could ask them to bring you up when you're not around and see if he has anything to say. For example, your friend might say, "I think Jamie looks really nice today, Sam. What do you think?" Or if he jumps on the chance to talk about you, he probably has a crush. If he rolls his eyes or says something unkind, he probably doesn't. I mean, that's kind of like textbook, just to like get like that inside scoop, like have your other friends be like some wingmen or wingwoman, and be like, "Oh yeah, like we can help, like, oh yeah, you can go to the bathroom or go grab your thing for 5 minutes, and we can talk with them and get an inside scoop." That is nice.
No, so funny thing about this, for me, when I do like someone, I don't know, I don't tell other friends.
I'm really careful with that too.
Yeah, like I'm very, very careful, even if it's like a very close friend, like best friend. I'm very careful. There's like a joke between me and my wife, and but there's like um, I think a decent amount of truth that comes to it.
Mm.
But like during the time, um, you know, meeting each other, getting to know each other, starting to date and whatever. Um, where we met each other was at a workplace.
Mm.
You know, we met there. Um, she started, I think, 2 weeks before I was there.
Okay.
Um, and I liked her, but I knew that there was like probably like 10 other guys that liked her as well.
Okay.
Like
You knew that, or
very
you just thought that?
Oh no, I knew,
Mm.
and I won her. I married her.
Let's go.
Pog.
Let's go.
Let's freaking go.
Can I get W's in the chat, boys?
W's in the chat. Everyone, put in the comment section W in the chat.
It's I mean, good for you, first off. But secondly, how
Got
long?
that dog in me.
Yes. Thirdly, how long would you say it took in between you guys from when you initially were like, hey, like, want to go on a date or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
How long from that until I met you from the first time after your mission? Because the day I met you, I was like, hey, dude, like, we're meeting up at this place. You're like, yeah. Is it cool if I bring my girlfriend? I was like, girlfriend? And you're like, yeah. And you just made it official that day. So how long of a time was that?
Between us starting dating and then when we met?
Like, your first date
for like dinner?
Yeah, to the dinner.
Literally like 2 hours.
Wait, so you guys...
We made it official that day.
At the end of the first date?
Yeah.
You really do have that dog in you. Wow.
Like, it was like first date, and then, well, the kind of date, I don't know. There's a few things that could be considered. But like first date, and then, right out, like literally like, well, I'm going to meet my like friends, and then we just talked more and more, and then like we made it official.
Mm.
Couple hours later, I met you with you guys to go have dinner at Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, I don't feel too bad about like not getting an inside scoop like beforehand.
No, it's like you totally would have gotten one if
like,
there was more time between the two. Yeah, but no, like literally same day.
Delivery.
Time between the two was maybe a couple hours.
Yeah, that was that Amazon Prime same day delivery. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were like, hey, my girlfriend. I was like, how could I not known about this?
Yeah.
Why did he tell me?
Yeah, but
and then you're like, oh yeah, like we made it official like an hour ago, and I was like, okay,
yeah,
nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet. I was like actually thinking, I was just like, I wonder what everyone else is thinking right now.
Yeah, I was just surprised, but then I was like, oh well, I mean, I guess they just made it official today. It seemed like something that was like quicker, like you hadn't known each other for like 6 months or anything.
We knew each other.
Well, sure, like you knew of each other,
and then we knew that we liked each other, and then I think that was a couple months.
Oh, okay. Good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Couple, almost, 2.5, 3 months ish.
All right. We'll move on to step 2. Talk to his friends if you're not ready to ask him yourself. If you really want to know what he's thinking, but you haven't quite worked up the courage to ask, try asking his closest friends. Of course, they're probably going to tell him as soon as they talk to him, but I can give you a little insight. You might try saying, hey, Stefan, I was wondering if Chris likes me. I hang out a lot, but I'm too shy to ask him. I think that's an appropriate thing to ask.
I think it's very appropriate. No, I definitely agree. I will be honest. If this happens, if this is a girl that you're like looking into and stuff like that, and then she comes to ask me, "Hey, I think Branson likes me, but what do you think?" I'd be like, "Back off, you little hoe. He's my little Pookie Bear. I was here first. You have to wait in line."
I've known him longer than you have, sister.
Yeah, longer than you have, sister. Okay.
He's mine.
You think he likes you? He likes me. Okay.
He's mine.
He's mine.
Yeah, I think that it's good to be like, hey, like in this example, like I was wondering if Chris likes me. I'm too shy to ask him because one, that doesn't say that you like him.
Yeah.
But you can also, if they seem like pretty good guys, you can ask them at the end like, hey, like, can you not tell Steven like I asked this, or Stefan or whatever?
Yeah.
I think that is totally okay because there's been times where I've had people ask me questions about other people, and they're like, hey, don't, like, can we keep that between us? And I'm like, yeah, sure, totally.
Yeah.
And like I could be best friends with this person, but I made a promise to not tell them, so I'm not going to.
For sure. No, I think just out of like respect of of both people.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out when they're both good and ready.
Yeah.
Kind of I think, but like I will no problem be a third party person, a third wheel in this relationship.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I definitely, it probably can work. I definitely don't have experience in that department. But I don't see why, why not, to go do that.
Yeah. Give you some insight. Step 3, be straightforward and ask him if you want a definite answer. Being honest and upfront is usually the best approach. Chances are, if you ask a guy up front about his feelings, he'll probably tell you. However, try to do it when it's just the two of you, because if he feels to be put on the spot in front of other people, he might feel too embarrassed to answer. If you're hanging out with a group of people, you might say something like, hey, Damon, will you walk with me to get a drink? When you're out of earshot, you could say, lately I've been wondering where we stand. Where we stand. Do you like me more than a friend? Also good.
I think it could be pretty good.
Oh, you want me to read it again?
No.
Oh,
I said that could be really good. I completely 100% agree that like
this is the best approach.
Honesty and upfront is the best approach. Literally, just not in like relationship, but just in everything in life.
Right. This is the actual best approach. Is to just ask him. And there's a really good chance he'll be honest, and like I don't think he would have much of a reason to lie other than he's just trying to preserve the friendship, I guess. But if it were me, I'd just be honest, like, oh, yes or no, and we can talk about it then and there. If she brings it up, then I feel like she's ready for like a mature conversation about it. Even if she doesn't have feelings, like from the guy's perspective, even if you're pretty sure that she doesn't have feelings for you, and she just like wants to know because she just has the feeling that you're into her, like I would still answer it completely honestly. And if she's like, okay, well, I was just making sure, like, I don't feel the same way, but I was curious, like that, I'd still be okay with that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's the best approach. Step 4, and this might be the last one, or no, I guess we got 2 more.
Oh.
Step 4, tell him your feelings for an indirect approach. If you're ready to find out for sure what the guy is feeling, but don't want to just come out and ask him directly, find a time when the two of you are alone, and let him know how you feel about him. If you tell him that you like him, he'll probably tell you whether he feels the same or not. If you rather keep things platonic, you might say, hey Josh, I just wanted to tell you, we've been hanging out a lot, and you're a great friend. but some of my friends think I have a crush on you, and I don't see you that way. I just want to let you know. If you like him, try and say something like, so I'm not exactly sure how you feel, but I like you a lot, and not just as a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Good
I
advice.
think honesty in both those situations is good.
Mm.
I think the first one, I don't think that really. It's very case by case with the first bulletin one. You know, like, hey, like, you know, I like we've been hanging out, like my friends think we're dating or like we like each other, but you know, I just want to let you know that like I don't feel or that way.
Mm.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes, you know, that doesn't need to be said. Um,
Sure. I guess that's like an
but
indirect
I think
way of
it
letting them
depends on
down
the
easy.
situation. Yeah,
Mm. But
depends on the situation. I think.
it's like, oh, like I think he likes me, but I don't want him to confess his feelings for me, so I'll just tell him
Mm.
that I'm not interested in him.
Yep.
That I think that's like an easier way of preserving a friendship
Mm.
in the sense of like they aren't confessing their feelings. You're just letting them know that you aren't interested. Then they don't have to
Mm.
confess their feelings, and make things weird. I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, quick tip. If you're a male and you're not sure if your crush is into other guys, you may need to first discreetly find out if he's gay. Awesome.
Good pro tip from our dating coach.
Dating coach, Jeff or whatever.
He's like, hey, if you don't know, dude, just find out if he's gay or not.
You gay? You like boys?
You gay?
You like kissing boys, don't you?
You just saw a rumor at school that he's gay.
Rumor has it, and my source is that I made it up, but Tanner's gay.
Rumor has it that you're gay, and believe it
Rumors.
or not, I think it's true.
I'm not gay.
You're gay. You like boys.
You like kissing boys. I know. You told me you do.
You
What?
told me. And then they're like, "Who the frick are you?"
I don't even know you.
And you're over here like, "Dude, you told me."
Just gaslight him like crazy.
You just gaslight.
All right, step 5. Send him a note or text if you're feeling shy. Sometimes talking to someone in person can seem intimidating. If you're having trouble working up the courage to ask him, try writing him a note or sending him a text. Instead, that way you can plan out exactly what you want to say, and he'll have time to think about his response too. Try keeping it short and sweet by saying something like, I really like you, and I was wondering if you like me too.
I'm a little torn on that one. Personally, I think I personally, for me, do everything that you can in your power, to do it in person.
That would be for the best.
Um,
Like after
I
your date or
understand
something.
if you're like really shy and stuff like that, but even if you're shy, I think you still have the power and the strength to be able to do it in person. Doing it over text, either starting a relationship or breaking up, I think could be very, I don't know.
I think it's best done in person. I mean,
I think
like,
it's really just best done in person. It could be a little complicated over text.
and to our dear viewers, I mean, I've done this before, and it was in person. Um, and I'm a pretty big introvert. I struggle with meeting new people, and it's something I need to work on. But even though I'm introverted and I'm generally a pretty shy person, I can still make it happen, and I think that you can too. It's it's tough. I was like ready to crap my pants, but like I did it, and I felt way better afterwards because of it. Like I felt
Yeah.
like I was like shaking a little bit because I'm a wuss, but like after like 5 minutes after I was done talking with her, I was like, I felt like a champion. I was like, whether they like me back or not does not matter to me right now because I just did something I've never done before, and like
For sure.
texting
It can
just
be
isn't as
very
effective.
empowering.
Oh yeah, felt like a champion.
Was that
That was
I think that's great.
yeah,
But you guys are still pretty good friends nowadays, still do, right?
yeah, yeah. We still hang out. We're still gonna be like watching Avatar: The Last Airbender and stuff. It'll be a good time.
That's cool. No, I think see like if stuff like that happens, like the feelings aren't mutual,
Mm.
it's very possible to backtrack. It's
Mm.
very possible to backtrack and become friends again. I think.
Yes, some people can make it happen. Some people can't. I've had it both ways, but I think it just depends on the people.
Yeah.
Because
For sure.
I was willing both times, but on one of the times the other person wasn't willing to like still be friends, which is a bummer. But it really do be like that sometimes. Let's do a couple Q&As. So let's do the first and third one. Do you wanna read these?
Yeah, I can. Let's see. Okay. How can you tell if a guy likes you over text? Text can be tricky because you can't see his body language or hear his tone of voice. Look for signs that he's being flirty, like playing playful emojis or friendly. I can't read that.
Chatty responses.
Chatty, yeah. I need my glasses. I feel like an old man.
I mean, if you want, I can read it.
No, it's all good. I can
Okay.
read it now.
All right.
He may not be into you if he replies to your text with a lot of one-word answers, like yeah or okay. No, definitely agree.
For sure.
Um,
That's why it's so effective to do it in person, because you can see the body language and the tone of his voice.
You can see the body language, and I think in person you're a lot more inclined to talk more than just one word.
Yeah, it's a whole different vibe.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And let's do the third one. The second one has a lot of not helpfuls, so we'll just go to the third one.
Can I figure out if he likes me without talking to him?
I guess we'll find out.
Personally, I haven't read it, but for me, no.
Probably not.
You can't make
unless he's holding up a sign that says "I like you." That's the only way.
And even then, that can be questionable.
Yeah, because what if that sign's for somebody else?
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, for me, and he's like, no, the person behind you.
Yeah.
And it's his bro.
This is just
yeah. Well, talking to a guy directly is the easiest way to find out where you stand. You can also look for other clues. For example, check out his body language and facial expressions when he's around you. If you catch him looking your way and smiling a lot, he might be interested in you. You can also try asking his friends if you know any of them well enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like ask his friends, or just like make an educated guess.
Yeah.
Let's look at some success stories. Let's do Kayla Sailor. It was Valentine's Day, and I gave a card that said, "Just wanted you to know I have a soft spot in my heart for you." When he read it, he smiled, but since that day, he's been doing those things. We are pretty close friends, but I don't want to go further. Thank you for this advice.
Oof.
So, there you go. I mean, that's like a scenario where, maybe her feelings are one way. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell from that.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Either she's just saying like, hey, like, you're a really good friend, or saying like, hey, like, you're a really good friend.
Ooh.
But he doesn't feel the same way, and she's okay with that. That's a really mature way to handle things. That's good.
Definitely.
What's one that you want to read?
Anonymous.
Okay, go for it.
Um, it helped me so much. Now I think he really likes me. He's always make it. We always make each other smile and laugh. He runs through 2 classes at recess, just to get swings for us. What?
In 3rd grade? What's going on here?
Are you? Yeah, you guys like 9? Class. He also never interrupts me when I speak. And then there's awkward silence, and I start singing. When I sing, he just stares at me, and we smile.
That's adorable. But
A little weird, but okay.
elementary school. So
Yeah.
it's time for the big dogs. It's let's do one more.
Yeah.
You can read it. We got Pinky, Mia,
Pinky Fazbear
Brianna.
and Brianna Demi.
Which one are we
we'll
gonna do?
Pinky Fazbear.
Go for it.
This article helped me because this boy is always looking at me and tries to be a bad boy around me. Ooh. And he treats me really differently than anyone else in the group. I am so glad I went to this website to find out, and I hope some others can relate.
Well, there you go.
So did anything else? I'm sorry. There's just
I guess just like
there wasn't really much after that.
I guess she just realized like, oh, he treats me differently, so maybe he's into me.
Yep.
I also realized that our dating coach was John Keegan, not Jeff. I've been calling him the wrong name the entire time. I'm sorry, John. I think that was a pretty decent article.
I like it.
Oh yeah, overall, it's always like the falling back on like but I don't know, like
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Who's to say?
Exactly.
But like that's
John Keegan apparently.
Well, not only is that John Keegan dating coach, but that's also like I'm sure whenever you talk with friends about like girls like I have, it's that same sort of thing. Like you think about these signs that that they're doing or just things in general, and you're like, oh, like maybe things are gonna work out, and then you talk about it with your guys, and then you're just like, but it could also just be like how they are and coincidences. That's I think the advice that we listened to and read here was advice that any one of your bros could give you, or any of your girlfriends could give you.
Any bros or girlfriends that are decent people.
Yeah, like just there to listen and give you decent advice. That's probably what they'd say. And I like it for that. It feels like I was listening to advice from a friend.
It's not
unfortunately
good. It's not great.
Unfortunately, I was looking for advice from a dating coach, and so I think that does knock it down a little bit. I'll give this article a 6 out of 10.
There you go. 6 out of 10. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'd probably give it the same amount. Probably like 6.5 out of 10.
For me, this is assuming that 5 means average.
Yeah. Same here.
So
I think this is a little above average.
Yeah.
Pretty decent.
I like the art and how with like each method it's stuck with like the same 2 people. I thought that was cool.
No, I think it was like kind of like the progression of a relationship, which is pretty cool.
I think that's it though. Wow.
Nice.
Thank you for sticking around and being here with us to know if a guy likes you. Maybe you get some better insight from good old John as well as us. I don't know that we said anything particularly inspiring. But
I don't know. I really I'm gonna be really honest. Excuse me. I really don't think I have anything inspiring. But
I mean,
sometimes people would be like, "Wow, that was really wise," and I'm like, No, it's really just common sense.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that it's I mean, you're looking at a guy right here who is using to mount the camera is using the box for his Oculus Quest 2 and a box of donuts. That's what I'm holding my camera on right now because I have a different desk now that I'm at college, and I just needed to get something so I could have my phone at a decent height. This is where we're at right now. With if you could trust that, then we're doing good.
Yeah.
Is there?
If I can trust the box that's holding up my camera,
then
I could trust this dating device.
I could, yeah. Is there anything that you want to say before we sign off?
Be honest, no. I think the article did pretty good. I think generalizing. I think things that I would have said.
Yeah.
I know for me myself, I probably would have gotten more specific.
Sure.
But I think this is a good general one.
A general rule of thumb. I mean,
yeah.
Given if a friend came to you and was like, "Yo, I like this guy. These things happen. What do you think?" Then you can give a more tailored sort of approach on how you feel. But
or I just send them the link to this article.
You just send the video.
Yeah, you said the podcast episode.
It's get back to me after you listen to all my great advice.
Yeah. Get back to me, then we could talk.
Yeah. The pre-game.
Yeah, pre-game and before you get to the actual game, which is me.
Right. I don't think I have anything else to say. Pretty good article. Good job, John, and the other 326 co-authors. I don't have anything left to say. I'm excited to be here in college. Hopefully, I do well in my classes, and I
hell yeah
am able to. Oh, so one thing from the last episode that I want to do is I do want to try and do one new thing a month, and my roommates were talking about going country dancing, and I was like, I don't know about there's 28 more days this month. More opportunities on the horizon.
We hope.
Hopefully we can do one other new thing this month. But it's something I want to do. It's something I'm gonna try for, and I'll keep y'all updated on the podcast as well as Cody.
Everyone, put comments down below of what if Jared should try line dancing. We'll put a poll.
What, the country dancing?
Yeah, the country dancing.
Yeah.
We'll put a poll. Whatever side gets picked, that's what will happen. So
right.
If we get enough people to vote, you could be country line dancing soon.
Good for me. Yeah. Well, we'll have to put that up. I'll have to talk to Jake to get that going. I want to give a shout out to Jake, our good friend. He is the one who posts these videos and the thumbnails. I edit the videos, but he's the one who posts them, does the thumbnails. Huge shout out to him. He's amazing.
Big thanks to him. And
I think that's it. This is thank you for watching and listening to the Media-Ocre podcast. This has been our co-host Cody Wood, and I've been your host for today's episode, Jared Branson, and this is us signing off. Peace.
See ya.